Good afternoon. My name is Jessica James, and I'm doing a disposition on educators or educator as myself. I am a substitute teacher at Gannett High School, and I just wanted to quote, according to GCU, Grand Canyon University's professional disposition of learners, dispositions are the values and commitments and professional ethics that influence behavior towards students, families, colleagues, and communities that affect students' learning and achievement, motivation, and development, as well as educators' own professional growth. Dispositions should lead to actions and patterns of professional conduct. So I have 5 strengths and 2 weaknesses that I would like to work on before I reach the first year of teaching. One of the main things that I believe as an educator I have is believing in students, believing in them enough to know what their strengths are and their weaknesses, and challenging them accordingly. And a part of that is critical thinking. Um, it's important, I know that it's important that when we get students ready for certain tests, a lot of the times critical thinking comes into play. And I try to teach that on a daily basis. I try to tell them, think beyond what I'm teaching you here, what this lesson is about. It doesn't always have to apply to your life in general. It doesn't always have to be something that you will have to take on when you leave and when you get to college. A critical thinking exercises the mind, is what I always tell my students. A part of being an educator is showing your compassion. Being compassionate is making sure that the objectives and the goals that you set out for your students is obtainable, it's reachable. A lot of times too, students get discouraged when you make goals and objectives that are not realistic for them. They get discouraged. And once they get discouraged, they start getting distracted. They start doing other things with their time than staying on task and listening to what you have to say to them. And being respectable, giving respect, and also earning respect. One of the things I believe is displaying the respectful behavior to students, staff, and the community is important. And being respectful is one thing that you have to have in order for you to be an educator. Learning to respect the students' boundaries, learning how to be respectful to your staff, and learning how to communicate effectively in a respectable manner to the community. And also honesty. Honesty is one of the things that you should display in the workplace. Honesty in as far as testing goes, as far as being a part of the team. It's a teamwork effort in being honest with each others, because that's what we are as educators. We work as teams. We don't work alone. We don't work by ourselves. We obtain the student achievement with a teamwork effort, and that should always display honesty. And lastly, effective communication. You must always try to have effective communication to your peers, to your colleagues, to the community, and also to your students. And one of the things that I know I have to work on before my first year teacher is my time management. time management, and constructive criticism. I know those are the two things that I have to work on before I become a first year teacher. Thank you for listening to this disposition video. You have a great evening.